Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, May 23rd. It's 3:48 p.m. It's about 10 minutes before the regular session close. On my right is my computer clock. On my left is the time in sales. We can see the Emini S&P trading at 2726.75. Okay, everyone has been asking me for a backtest and just show some strategy performance, even if it's a backtest. So I've decided to do that today. I have a couple of charts to show you in a backtest. First up is the DAX. This is our regular template that starts trading at the Eurex Open or the London Open at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. And this is the standard setup. This is a limit order with a 4-tick pullback and a $2,000 goal with a $1,500 loss limit. And so this is going back 1 year, and I want to bring over the performance report. And so here is our performance report. The profit matches what's shown in the P&L window here, 289,862. And so we can see that here. We have a profit factor of 2.11. Here's our begin and end date, 5/23/2017 to 5/23/2018. Our percent profitable is about 62.5. Average trade, $152. That's very good. We have a drawdown of about 6,000. So keep in mind this is 2 contracts. That's about 3,500 per contract approximately. And our equity graph looks pretty good. Now keep in mind this is a backtest. One of the reasons I don't like to show backtests on Renko bars or any bars really is the backtest often looks better than actual performance going forward. But our videos have demonstrated that the DAX is really a consistent performer. If we further look at some of the graphs here and we look at the monthly net profit, we can see it's very strong. But once again, I caution you to refer to the disclaimer at the beginning of the video that past performance is no guarantee of future results. So this is indeed a hypothetical performance report, but again, I'm showing this because I've had a lot of requests for it. So I just wanted to show everybody that, yeah, we can do this, we can play this game, and you have it here, and it looks great. And it's useful in a way that, you know, if you're adjusting your settings, you want to see if you're, you know, getting the most out of the swings, you know, that your stop loss is reasonable, that your trailing stops are reasonable. So there is some benefit to looking at a historical test, but the absolute best way to test your strategy is in real time going forward. There's no substitute for that. And that's what I've attempted to achieve in the videos, is showing the strategies as they unfolded in real time in the market, not a market replay, not a refresh chart, but the trades that unfolded as prices unfolded. And so what we have is 550 videos now going back and showing what happened in real time, day to day to day. Okay, so I have another chart to show you with a back test on it. This is the Emini S&P Super Anko 6-tick, and this one is actually one that trades 3 contracts, but I made it 2 contracts for the back test, and the 2 contracts have fixed targets of 20 and 40 ticks. And so this is one of the templates that we use and that we see frequently. And so I'm going to bring over the performance report here, and you can see that this matches up to this chart. And we've got a profit factor of 2.94 and a percent profitable of 65%. A drawdown about 1725, and then our equity graph here, and our monthly net profit obviously looking very strong. But again, I remind you, past performance is no guarantee of future results, especially on Renko bars. Okay, so back to the charts that we follow normally. I had accidentally deleted my workspaces yesterday, so I had to rebuild them, and I don't have all the charts that we follow loaded, but we have a shortened version of that, or less charts to show today, but still had a pretty good performance considering we weren't following all the charts that we follow. So in any case, first up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this has our higher time frame filter of Super Renko 6, and this hit its goal of 1,050 with a tick per contract of slippage at the end. And if I tighten up the equity curve, we can see our equity graph here. We had some ups and downs, but all in all, we ended up hitting our goal. This one is trading only 2 contracts. Okay, this is a template from a long time ago, an older template, and this is the template here with the exclamation mark in front of it. So this is an old template. I hadn't plotted this in a long time, but I decided to plot it today. It's a 1-minute line break chart of the Emini S&P, and this hit its goal of 1,000 and did so with several nice looking trades here. So notice the exits here trailing by bars, and what I'm doing is after 12 ticks I'm trailing by 2 bars back with an offset of a tick, and then after 16 ticks I'm trailing by 0 bars, and that is giving me some great exits here. And then on this trade here we obviously hit our goal of 1,000, so really excellent performance here on the 1-minute line break. Okay, the Nasdaq continues to be strong and consistent. We have the 987 Kanashii chart. This did 995. Our goal on this is 1,000, so we definitely hit our goal on a single trade. Okay, the Nasdaq on the Kanashii 2584 here is our template, and although we didn't hit our goal, we still had a solid performance of $1,000. We drew down here, it looks like about $400 or $200 per contract. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a 1597 Kanashii chart, and it's had a couple of drawdowns today here and here, but ended up doing 575 for the day with the help of these couple of trades here. So still on the plus side of the ledger, over 10 points in the Emini S&P. Next up is the Emini S&P Super Renko 4 tick, and this has a higher time frame of a Super Renko 2 tick, which is actually an other time frame, but it works. This chart was shown quite a bit and it went missing from my workspace, so now I brought it back, and it hit its goal today and probably had some slippage. The goal on this one is 750 and it did 687, so this looks pretty good here. Okay, the Nasdaq on a 1597 Kanashii chart. This had an equity high of over $1,600, almost $1,700, and then got clipped by this sideways action here. It had 4 or 5 losers in a row and dragged it all the way down, but then recovered with another winning trade and made back 675. Of particular note here is that this equity high was reached before the noon hour, so in the first few hours of trading, and this often happens, the equity highs are made for the strategy. Next up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick with our line break logic. This did 687.50. It probably hit its goal of 750 and had some slippage, and this starts trading at 12:30 noon. Next is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this hit its goal of 750 as well. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.